Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to receive Provost Joseph Glover, Dean Cammie Abernathy, and the Dean's Platform Party. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, which will be led by Laura Freydenberg, a mechanical engineering major. We encourage you to participate in the singing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight and o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. And oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated.
Honored graduates, your families and friends, our many distinguished guests, members of the staff, faculty, and administration, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spring 2015 Commencement for Gator Engineering, recognizing graduates in the departments of Chemical Engineering, Civil and Coastal Engineering, Environmental Engineering Sciences, Material Science Engineering, and the J. Crayton Pruitt Family Department of Biomedical Engineering. This is an event of special significance to us in Gator Engineering as we take the time to recognize and celebrate the academic and personal achievements of our graduating bachelor's degree students and distinguished guests. For our graduates, tonight marks the culmination of many years of dedicated work and tireless passion and creativity, both inside and outside of the classroom. As we begin, I would like to extend a special welcome to our distinguished platform guests and to others who have joined us for this occasion. I ask our guests to please stand when I call your name. I am first honored to recognize UF Provost and Senior Vice President, Dr. Joseph Glover. We are also honored to be able to recognize tonight Mr. Henry Upjohn, Chief Executive Officer and majority owner of Special-Lite, Inc. Mr. Upjohn will be recognized later in this ceremony for distinguished achievement in his field. Let us also welcome Mr. Upjohn's guests who are in attendance tonight, including his wife, Martha, colleague and Director of Research and Development at Special-Lite, Inc., Ken Bowditch, and his wife, Michelle, and Alex Esposito, Gator alumnus in Civil Engineering and employee at Special-Lite, Inc., and his guest, Nicole Smith. Will you all please stand to be recognized? Please also welcome the following distinguished guests on the platform tonight. Mr. Tim Serio, President-elect of the UF Alumni Association, Lieutenant Colonel Al Roach, U.S. Army Commanding Officer of the UF ROTC Army Program and representing our ROTC graduates today, Mr. Eric Sander, Director, and Mr. David Whitney, Assistant Director of the College of Engineering Innovation Institute. Next, let me recognize the Associate Deans, Directors, Chairs, and heads of the various offices, departments, and schools in the college who are participating in this ceremony. Please stand when I call your name. I ask the audience to withhold your applause until I've recognized everyone. Dr. Wes Bolch, Associate Dean for Engineering Academic Affairs. Dr. Angela Lindner, Associate Dean for Undergraduate Student Affairs. Dr. Christine Schmidt, Chair of the J. Crayton Pruitt Family Department of Biomedical Engineering. Dr. Tanmay Lele, representing the Department of Chemical Engineering. Dr. C.Y. Wu, Head of the Department of Environmental Engineering Sciences. Dr. Forrest Masters, Associate Professor in the Department of Civil Engineering and representing the Engineering School for Sustainable Infrastructure and the Environment. Dr. Simon Philpott, Chair of the Department of Material Science and Engineering. Thank you all for your participation in our ceremony. It is the faculty, of course, who have helped to make this occasion possible for our graduates. They have exhibited great devotion and leadership throughout our students' time here at UF. Their responsibilities require some of the greatest skills and dedication of any profession. I am very pleased to recognize our faculty at this time, and I thank them for their many contributions to the students, the college, the university, and the state of Florida. Will all College of Engineering faculty please stand? In addition, I would like to recognize a very special group of faculty, staff, and students. They are those who serve as members of the Commencement Planning Committee and those who serve as marshals, undergraduate faculty coordinators, staff support, and engineering ambassador student hosts for this commencement. I ask them to stand so that we can express our appreciation for their dedication and service to the college. As we proceed with our ceremony, I ask our graduates and family and friends to enjoy this time of celebration in our Gator engineering community. But please do so with respect to the solemnity of this occasion and out of respect for our guest speakers. We are greatly honored to have our Provost, Dr. Joe Glover, participating in our ceremony tonight. We are delighted that he is willing to share remarks with our graduates and guests to begin our celebration. I now invite Provost Glover to come to the podium.
Thank you, Dean Abernathy. I am pleased and honored to join you tonight as the University of Florida College of Engineering confers degrees, celebrates the excellence of its students, and recognizes its accomplished faculty and staff. We are gathered to acknowledge graduates in the majors of biomedical, civil, chemical, environmental, material science, and nuclear engineering. To those of you who are moments away from graduating, I'd like to note that you met or exceeded the rigorous requirements of one of the finest engineering colleges in the country. This is your special evening, and I wish you congratulations. Graduates, families, and friends also share this evening's joy. I congratulate the parents, family members, and friends present here tonight and watching remotely for their love and devotion to our engineering graduates. Your joy and probably your relief are palpable in this auditorium tonight. I also wish to extend my deep gratitude for the commitment that our engineering administrators, faculty, and staff provide towards ensuring the success of these students sitting on this stage tonight. I join tonight's graduates in thanking you for your commitment to the excellence and integrity of the engineering profession and for your care and compassion for every student. Graduates, you began your study here only a few short years ago. While you were here, you grew in every aspect of your life. You were challenged. You learned, yes, the important content of your engineering field, but you also learned a great deal about yourselves. Some of you might have experienced failure for the first time. As hard as it may have seemed at times, these experiences have prepared you for our complex world. Many of you have discovered a strong internal desire to serve others through your engineering. For example, the Engineers Without Borders, UF, teams are poised to travel to earthquake-stricken Nepal and to Bolivia in the upcoming weeks. Others of you tapped into your innovative spirit and leadership potential through your participation in the activities of the Engineering Innovation and Leadership Institutes, student organizations, and design teams both inside and outside the classroom. Your rich experiences here at UF have primed you for your success. In fact, employers of Gator engineers often comment on how prepared you are to tackle the grand challenges of engineering, how humble you are, how you are capable of communicating ideas clearly and to a diverse audience, and how you are not only technically competent, but also able to adapt anywhere in the world. We are proud that you are beginning a new life that will make a positive difference in your immediate and global communities. And Mom and Dad, while I know you are proud that your new engineers will go out into the world to improve the quality of life in their communities, I also suspect you must be relieved that your new engineers are among those in highest demand in the workforce. Graduates, we enjoyed and truly benefited from having you with us at the University of Florida. We will miss you, but our sadness is tempered by our awareness that you are about to set the world on fire. I urge you to remain connected with your alma mater, the University of Florida, and I wish you the very best. Go Gators and go Gator engineers. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost Glover. Every university must have the active support of devoted alumni. To be most effective, these alumni must be gathered together in an organization dedicated to serving the goals and objectives of the university, and they must be willing to give an inordinate amount of their time and talents to serving the university and its faculty, staff, and students. We are fortunate to have this effective and selfless support from our Gator Engineering alumni. I now invite Mr. Timothy M. Serio, President-elect of the University of Florida Alumni Association, to welcome our newest University of Florida alumni.
Good evening. It is my great pleasure and honor as President-elect of the Alumni Association to be with you here on this terrific evening. And I'm also pleased because I know that many of you in the audience, many of the graduates, many of you family members were probably thinking to yourselves that today's ceremony just wouldn't be complete unless you heard from someone from the Alumni Association. So with that, I will, without any further ado, just make my remarks. I am, all kidding aside, so pleased and honored and humbled to be here with you all tonight. The UF Alumni Association, thanks to the support of about 60,000 members, serves a Gator Nation which is more than 400,000 alumni strong. So I'd also like to offer a hearty congratulations on behalf of the association and its board of directors to you graduates. As you celebrate today's great milestone, remember that it is not a final destination, it is just the next step. And to paraphrase a quote from Churchill in describing your journey, today is not the end of your time as a Gator or the beginning of the end, it is merely the end of the beginning. And wherever the journey takes you, The Alumni Association is here to serve as a resource for you and also to keep you connected to UF and your alumni family. Today is about your future, but it's also an exciting time for the University of Florida. We have a strong and distinguished new president, Dr. Kent Fox, who will lead our university into a new era, and under his direction we fully expect to be recognized among the very top public universities in the nation. The continuing rise of the University of Florida and the corresponding rise in the value of a degree from our great alma mater benefits you and all UF alumni. And even though you're graduating today, you can still play a very important and direct role in making us a top university. A part of the university's national rankings is based on alumni engagement in general and on Alumni Association membership numbers in particular. So an increase in membership numbers for an Alumni Association can have a very direct and meaningful impact on our rankings nationally. So I hope you will consider becoming a member of the Alumni Association and continue to play a critical role in advancing the Gator Nation. And for all of you who are already members among the graduates or among your family and friends here in attendance, we thank you. And if you're not a member, I hope you'll consider joining. So no matter where you're headed, the Gator Nation is everywhere. And thanks to nearly 100 Gator clubs and affiliate groups around the world, we hope that your Alumni Association, or you know that your Alumni Association, will be there for you too. So congratulations, graduates, and go Gators.
Thank you, Tim. We express our sincere appreciation to the Alumni Association's support of our current and former students. I now call upon Dr. Angela Lindner, Associate Dean for Engineering Undergraduate Student Affairs, to present the student for our Special College of Engineering Award.
Dean Abernathy, it is my pleasure to present to you and the audience a student who has distinguished herself by her excellence and has thus been recognized by the College of Engineering. Will Kelly Hallisey please come forward? Kelly is this year's recipient of the Dean Earle Award. This award is given to a student who, like its namesake, Dr. Jonathan Earle, continually exhibits outstanding service to the community, university leadership, and dedication to the ideals, ethics, and principles of engineering and the profession for the betterment of present and future students of the College of Engineering and the University of Florida. Kelly is graduating with a degree in nuclear engineering sciences. Beginning in her freshman year, Kelly embraced leadership challenges. In her first year, she was selected as a member of the Freshman Leadership Engineering Group and Engineering Ambassadors, and for a position in E-Week. She followed up her first year by taking on complete leadership of E-Week after the director stepped down, and she ably pulled off a flawless E-Week. She has now finished this past year of leading all of Benton Engineering Council and has left with her a legacy and model for leading with integrity and healing. Somehow, during this time, Kelly managed to hold down 18 credit-hour semesters, 2 jobs, and research. Her undergraduate research project in biomedical engineering focused on developing a less painful way of detecting osteoarthritis by using magnetic nanoparticles. She was recently selected as a member of the UF Hall of Fame and as a 2015 recipient of the Attributes of a Gator Engineer Award for Leadership. Kelly will start at the UF Levine College of Law, after which she plans to work in the area of intellectual property. Congratulations, Kelly.
Thank you, Angela. Will Kelly's family please rise to be recognized? I now ask Associate Dean for Academic Affairs in the College of Engineering, Dr. Wes Bulch, to come forward to recognize our 2015 UF and College of Engineering Faculty Advising Award recipient.
I am now pleased to introduce to you our 2015 Faculty Advising Award recipient for both the University of Florida and the College of Engineering. Will Dr. Hans Van Ostrom please come forward? Dr. Van Ostrom is Associate Professor and Associate Chair in the J. Crayton Pruitt Family Department of Biomedical Engineering. He has previously served as an Assistant and Associate Professor in the Anesthesiology Department. Dr. Van Ostrom's research is in the mathematical modeling of human physiology for use in education and advanced monitoring of vital signs. Through his role as Associate Chair for BME, he has been responsible for the development and implementation of the undergraduate degree for the Biomedical Engineering program. This degree program started in 2012, and the department and the college saw its first graduates from this program in spring of 2014. Today, this highly sought-after program has now 350 students. Dr. Van Ostrom has provided the advising structure for the students in both the pre-BME and the BME undergraduate programs, and has strong desire to ensure that each student is successful in obtaining their degree and in pursuing their career. He is particularly proud of the BME alumni pursuing doctoral and medical degrees at esteemed universities such as Yale, Johns Hopkins, UCLA, and Georgia Tech. Congratulations and thank you for your service to our undergraduate students, Dr. Van Ostrom.
We will now recognize a highly accomplished friend of the UF College of Engineering, Mr. Henry Upjohn, who has been recognized with the honor of the UF Distinguished Achievement Award this year for excellence in his chosen field and outstanding service to the University of Florida. I call upon Dr. Forrest Masters, Associate Professor in the Department of Civil and Coastal Engineering and representative of the School of Sustainable Infrastructure and Environment, to introduce Mr. Upjohn. We have asked Mr. Upjohn to provide a brief message to our graduates after his introduction.
Thank you, Dean Abernathy. I'm very pleased to introduce to our graduates and audience tonight, Mr. Henry Upjohn. Henry is the CEO and majority owner of Special-Lite, which manufactures complete heavy-duty exterior and interior entrance systems, including doors, partitions, framing and panels, and associated hardwares, all the components you see in everyday buildings. Special-Lite doors are found nationwide in schools, hospitals, commercial and government buildings, and they're valued for their customizability, durability, and low impact on the environment. The unique qualities of these systems are the result of Henry's engineering of a foam injection system that uniformly fills molds with high-density urethane foam that is free of chlorofluorocarbons. Because of his engineering education from Western Michigan University, combined with his rich experience in entrance system design and manufacturing, Henry has provided invaluable insights for our research in ESSIE at the Powell Family Structures and Materials Laboratory. And he's been working with us to help better test the effects of hurricane force winds on buildings and structures. Henry is a machine inventor, a designer, and a builder at heart, and he has a long list of creations since his youth, including a dialysis machine, a parabolic microphone, a Newtonian telescope, and an optical dewar used to determine the half-lives of excited states of organic solvents. And importantly, he does all these wonderful things, but he's known for nurturing a socially responsible culture at his company, holding the employee and the customer at the center of the company's values. His family trust, in which he is an active member, actively supports local hospitals and community service organizations. So Henry is a very important part of the community. So please welcome our distinguished alumni, Distinguished Achievement Award recipient, Mr. Henry Upjohn.
Thank you very much. This is a tremendous honor to me, one of the highlights of my entire life. I would like to start out by thanking Dean Abernathy and Dr. Forrest Masters for allowing me access to the Powell Family Structure Lab. We used that access to build a Category 5 simulator that lets us investigate the actual effects of wind traces that Forrest has measured in the field, and hopefully use that to evaluate further changes in code to make buildings safer for people in hurricane-prone areas. Also, Dr. Hatfield had a lot to do with this, and but I can tell you, for future reference, students, the Department of Development is really where it's at when it comes to getting something done when you need help with something. I have 3 quick points I'd like to make. One is how important experimental science is in big universities. We knew what we wanted to figure out, but didn't have the means to evaluate it or understand all the science behind it. And being able to work together with the University of Florida gave us a situation where we could build something that they could use to evaluate some of the challenges that are out there and help us understand things that we had seen in the field. And when you think about it, going back to the Greeks, the philosophers felt that they really had it all figured out. There were, 4 elements: water, fire, earth, and air. And until the scientific method came along and people started experimenting and demonstrated that maybe air was made out of more than just air, the philosophers were always right. And secondly, primarily to the graduates, you face a lot of opportunities in engineering to work with devices that are new, that combine lots of new technologies and are not necessarily done in the most elegant or most accurate manner. They're done because they could get the price to a point where somebody would buy it. And when you try to understand what's going on there, it can be very difficult. And I've had some huge challenges in my life, and the value of experimenting is just amazing. And there's nothing like a few facts from experiments to totally undermine a perfectly good theory. Then finally, as a result of working with this group of people for the last 30 years, I came up with some basic rules that I felt everyone could live by. And they're awfully simple and seem pretty simple-minded for this crowd, but they've worked well for me. And they're simply: don't get hurt, don't hurt anyone else, don't hurt the environment, relate to others with courtesy, kindness, honesty, and sincerity, treat our customers as you would hope to be treated. My great uncle once said, keep the quality up, and I believe that that's very appropriate. Add value through continuous improvement. It's an honorable way to make a living, and we'll keep our customers coming back for more. And finally, many of you will be engineers in companies that will only have one engineer. You'll be the smartest person there. Other companies will have tons of engineers, and it'll be a little blurrier. But we are the entity like a family. Please keep in mind when dealing with others and our community, what you do reflects on all of us. Thank you very much.
I now call Provost Joe Glover to join me at the podium. Henry, Provost Glover and I wish to thank you for your thoughtful and wise words tonight and it is our distinct pleasure to present to you the Distinguished Achievement Award in recognition of your distinguished career and your outstanding service to your profession and to the university. Thank you for joining us tonight. I now call on Lieutenant Colonel Al Roach, U.S. Army Commanding Officer of the University of Florida's Army ROTC program, to join me at the podium to recognize our graduating ROTC students who will be commissioned into the U.S. military.
Thank you, Dean Abernathy. As Dean Abernathy mentioned, a number of graduates who are in the University of Florida's ROTC programs will be commissioned in the armed services in separate ceremonies throughout this weekend. It's my pleasure to represent the armed services and recognize those new officers today. If present, will the following graduating engineering students who are being commissioned please stand and remain standing until all names have been called. Being commissioned from the United States Army, Second Lieutenant Eric J. Gajentin. Lieutenant Gajentin is receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Nuclear Engineering and will be assigned to the South Carolina Army National Guard and the Corps of Engineers. Second Lieutenant James G. Milnes III. Second Lieutenant Milnes is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering and will be assigned to active duty in the Corps of Engineers. And being commissioned into the U.S. Air Force, Second Lieutenant Alexander J. Schultz. Second Lieutenant Schultz is receiving a Bachelor's of Science in Chemical Engineering. He will be assigned to active duty as a developmental engineer at Cape Canaveral, Florida. You guys take your seats. Cool.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Roach. The College of Engineering is also graduating 22 U.S. veterans today in our 3 undergraduate ceremonies and UF ceremonies held earlier this week. You may recognize many of them by their red, white, and blue graduation cords. Let us extend our congratulations and show our appreciation for all of these students' willingness to serve in defense of our country and for the cause of peace. Thank you for your service, Gator Engineers. In the College of Engineering, it is our strong belief that commencement belongs to our students. In recognition of this belief, it is customary for us to invite a representative of our undergraduate graduating class to provide a brief perspective of their college experience. Information on this evening's student speaker is included in your program. It is with much pleasure that I introduce our engineering student commencement speaker, Reuben Jean, graduating with a BS degree in civil engineering.
Wow. We made it. And let me tell you, you all look real good tonight. So good that I have to take a selfie, if that's all right. Y'all ready? You can stand, give me a gator chomp, do whatever you want to do. Ready? 1, 2. Got it. I'll somehow tag you guys in that. All right. So let's get started. As engineers, we're often labeled as being boring, socially awkward, or even unimaginative. But we're different, aren't we? That's what I'm talking about. We're not basic. I'm sure that our parents, friends, family here today know that we do more than just sit in the library and peruse technical manuals all day. Right? Okay, maybe you don't, but we don't. That's not what we do. We are the new engineers. An engineer who knows more than Newtonian physics or thermodynamic principles. The new engineer is versatile. He or she has a life outside of traditional activities of design or software development. We enjoy making music. We study abroad, travel the world. Some of us are even student engineering athletes. I see you, Kyle, somewhere out there. Awesome. But how did we get to this point of being the new engineer? Well, our college has been on this push, powering the new engineer, powering today's scientists, powering today's innovators. And now that we're graduating, it's time to think about what has powered you. What has powered us to be our college's first generation of new engineers? Maybe you've been powered by your successes, winning regional or national design competitions. Or maybe some of us have been powered by our failures. You may remember a UF marketing campaign that would ask, when did you become a Gator? Some said, well, I was born a Gator. Or, I became a Gator after my first game in the swamp. Well, for me, I became a Gator after failing my first chem quiz. That's when I realized that this whole being a Gator thing wasn't all fun and games. But instead, it's going to require some hard work and dedication. We've been powered by mentors, professors, and advisors. And we thank those of you here today who served in that capacity for us. Maybe you've been powered by your losses. Loss of friends, loss of family members. Losses that have allowed us to step back and realize that life is worth so much more than all the accolades. Worth more than the 4.0 GPA. Worth more than that coveted job position. The new engineer is powered by something more. Honestly, we're powered by each other. I know for a fact that I would not be standing here today with the experiences that I've had if it were not for that special group of friends who pushed me through out there. I see you, Brandon. I see you, Dominique. Thank you. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, we've been powered by our family members, those of you sitting here today. So for this one, don't be embarrassed, guys. I'm going to have to ask my family to please stand up. I'm going to talk straight to you. Thank you. Perfect, perfect. Thank you. Stay standing, stay standing, stay standing. My brother Kervin, my cousins, you guys have powered me by paving the way. You guys have gotten your degrees. Some of you are working on your second ones right now. Mom, Dad, you know I love you guys, and I can't thank you enough. You guys are engineers, and sometimes it may be tough when I'm asking for those professional insights, but don't worry about that, because what you've given me is so much more. You've taught me what hard work and what sacrifice are, so I thank you for that so much. Fellow graduates, I'm sure you can relate to what I said. So right now, I want you to shout out your family members, give it up, clap your hands, and just thank the people who have powered you to be here today. So you may be wondering, what's so important about what has powered us as the new engineers? We're about to graduate. We are the new engineers. And you're right, so let me answer that question. Most of us have taken an elementary circuits course, and we know that in order for power to be useful, it must be dissipated. Whether it's through lighting this room or powering my voice through this PA system, power is most useful when it's diffused to the things that need it. Thus, as a new Gator engineer, we power others. We take our experiences as mentees And then we serve as mentors to underclassmen who may not know where they want to go with their lives. We embrace loss. We use those experiences as a reinforcement, strengthening our characters, and allowing us to serve with a greater purpose. We take our knowledges in the sciences and we nurture the STEM pipeline by going to local middle schools, exposing some students to the field of engineering for the first time. The first time, planting in their minds that they too can become this new engineer. We take our skills, we take our passion and work with nonprofit organizations such as Projects for Haiti, where we create and execute projects geared towards sustainable development that not only impacts individuals, but a nation as a whole. We choose to give back. So as a new engineer, you're more than a technical expert, a subject matter expert. You have a heart. You show compassion, you show love for your engineering. So as we leave Gainesville, as we go our separate ways, don't lose that sense of purpose. Don't forget to give back and to continue powering others. Howard Thurman, an influential African-American civil rights leader, author, and preacher, once said, "Don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive. And then go and do that. Because what the world needs is people who are alive. We are alive. We are what the world needs. We are the new Gator engineers." Thank you.
Thank you, Ruben, for your thoughtful reflections, and congratulations on your selection as student speaker for our ceremony tonight. In recognition of your contribution to Gator engineering, I present you with a plaque as a symbol of our gratitude for you representing your fellow Gator engineers with great distinction. And now, for the moment for which our graduates on this stage behind me, and possibly those of you in the audience even more so, have been waiting for at least 4 years, maybe 5, 6, hopefully not longer than that. I invite Provost Glover to join me in presenting the candidates for baccalaureate degrees and in conferring your degrees. Will the candidates for the various bachelor's degrees in the College of Engineering please rise? Provost Glover, these candidates have completed all the requirements of their respective degrees and are recommended by the faculty of the College of Engineering for the conferring of those degrees.
Dean Abernathy. On behalf of the people of the state of Florida, by the powers vested in me by the University of Florida Board of Trustees, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with its accompanying rights, privileges, and responsibilities. On behalf of all of us here, I offer you our heartiest congratulations and commend you to the fellowship of educated men and women. And now, you may move your tassels from right to left and ensure that your class rings remain turned to face the world, signifying your alumni status. Please be seated. Please be seated.
As we prepare to introduce each bachelor's degree graduate individually, I again ask that everyone assist us in making this a dignified process, thus ensuring that each student's name can be clearly heard as it is proclaimed. Now, following the marshal signals and instructions, the new bachelor's degree recipients will come forward to be recognized individually. As each department is announced, I invite the director, chair, or departmental leadership representative and the undergraduate faculty coordinator to join me in congratulating the graduates.
Will the graduates in the Department of Chemical Engineering please rise and come forward? Representing the department chair, Dr. Tan Mei Lele, faculty coordinator, Dr. Spiros Veronis. Joseph Oliva. Benjamin Stevens. Ashton Moorcraft. David Lakin. Alexander Strepfer. Camila Bastiani. Andrew Donangelo. Sean Alvarado. Sean Cantwell. Brad Medley. Noranit Narapanya. Makudabasi Edam Archibong. Michael Iopolo. Melanie Cabezas. Kevin Lynn. Dylan Sarosky. Caitlin Matheo. Celeste Renee Weeks. Angela Ardian. Jenny Kuang. James Glenn Milnes III. Carolyn Wood. Tanya Jarkin. Courtney Muller. Matthew Watson. Antonio Raphael Burke. Christopher Kim. Kyle Puente Solis. Jeremy Scott Blason. Alexandra Joy Enriquez. Bianca De La Rosa. Michelle Navarre. Anthony Diaz-Agostino. Ashley Rubright. Carolyn Mercer. Rachel Newell. Rebecca Wheeler. Christopher Cugini. Sean Michael Gooding. Alejandro Lopez. Camilo Giraldo. Lizeth Sanchez. Lorena Hernandez. John Franco Accomando. Justin Snodgrass. Alan Calderon. Ariel Garzuni. Kone Anthony Johnson. Jason Mathurin. Fawn Injo. Keith Cremarius. Anthony Stapleton, Jonathan Nunez, Mary Dempsey, Michael Sand, Juan Tellez, Anthony Maniscalco, Roshan Shailesh Patel, Chan Yang, James Shin, Savino Musella, Nicholas Benson, Juan Nguyen, Jonathan Balda, Michael Schuster, Drake Freeman, Sterling Bash, Harris Krause, Kimberly Harris, Scott Lauder, Nilkanth Patel, Alexander James Schultz, Erin Marie Burgunder, Amy Geisinger, Juan de Biedma, Haley Hurft, Ryan Rourke, Nicholas Mitrioni, Jessica O'Keefe, Eric Leahy, Dominique Nicole Gomez, Grayla Mendez Hernandez, Iracema Arevalo Valcarcel, Sebastian Vargas, Stephen Gonzalez, Nicholas Cavallaro, Jonathan Batista, Ryan Hasselbaugh, Drexel Forbes Jr., John Trey Diolis, Margarita Carrington, Amar Mohabir, Davian Garcia Seraf, Kathleen Harcourt, Christy Smith, Kara Johnston, Anna Olegovna Latiasheva, Fernando Ezequiel Arias, Rafal Walisevitz, Alex Ko, will the graduates in the Department of Civil and Coastal Engineering please come forward? Department Head and Faculty Coordinator, Dr. Robert Tiki. Zachary Dwayne Brannon. Paul Thomas. William Travis Hutchins. Anthony Zaya. Abhishek Parihar. Andres Jano, Devin Paul Minnick, William Dunn, Aaron Hendricks, Jeffrey Honig, Leo Tuck, Juan Manuel Camargo Veron, Joshua Herrera, Michael Alexander Ferguson. Mark Timothy Eason. Juliana Marie Rochester. Tyler William Mokris. Danielle Elizabeth Kennedy. Zachary George Prytula. Connor Salas. Brooklyn Alyssa Perry. Tiffany Parker. Alberto I. Alvarez. Sabrina Lynn Emery. Rosemay Alcide. Joey Pellerin. Ethan Drew. Derek Dadeski. Jessica Wallet. Kara Ann Keller. Kyle Christie. Luke Killam. Michael Keller. David Veely. William Bowman. Sean Egan. Eric Johnson. Jose Emmanuel Ramos. Derek James Woolfield. Dominique Jonas. Brandon Hunter. Ruben Jean. Malcolm Emmons. Brett Ruckline. Renato Davila. Gabriel Gutierrez. Erich Guven. Freddie Alejandro Leal. Brian Felipe Rojas. Justin Garland. Samir Ahmed. Wing Kong Cha. Rachel Miser. Alcide Gore. Will the graduates in the J. Crayton Pruitt family, Department of Biomedical Engineering, please come forward? Department Chair, Dr. Christine Schmidt. Associate Chair and Faculty Coordinator, Dr. Hans van Ostrom. Blake Wilson. Charles Lago. Sophia Boganum. Megan Imond. Ahmed Himaid. Troy Templin. Andrew Strickland. Carl Mund. Caitlin Nicole Lubke. Samantha Bakehausen. Courtney Klein. Samantha Lynn Solaski. Alexandra Lupu. Emily Churchwell. Samuel Brown. Tim Lee. Michael Panessa. Michaela Hall. Stephen Muller. Will the graduates in the Department of Environmental Engineering Sciences please come forward? Department Head, Dr. Cheng Yu Wu. Faculty Coordinator, Dr. Ben Koopman. Estefania Alvarado. Alex Cito. Elimamilahi Kaloko. Holly Henderson. Sarah Gustitis. Matthew Paymer. David Lee. Caitlin Wood. Alexis Ivana Johnson. Joseph Marchiono. Christina Wilson. Blaine Beck. Kayla Lockuff. Sutanya Singivipulya. Will the Materials Science Engineering graduates in the Department of Materials Science Engineering please come forward? Department Chair, Dr. Simon Philpott. Faculty Coordinator, Dr. Gerhard Fuchs. Brendan Saradar. Alexander Gentile. Owen Deob. Tyler Martin. Francis Uwe. Grace Uwe. Bryce Edwards. Pei Shi Ching. Jason Baum. Tyler Code. Ronald Youngblood. Krista Delaney. Brenna Gorin. Aaron Jackson. Alexandria Cruz. Kyle Foster. Elizabeth Dulesky. Tara Scott. Darnell Allen. Catherine Snyder. Haley London. Benjamin Swerdlow. Daniel Machado. Charles Frederick Elzer IV. Joshua Wagner. William Kirstein. James Taylor. Jacqueline Modest. Francesca Chibati. Will the Nuclear Engineering Program graduates in the Department of Materials Science Engineering please come forward? Department Chair, Dr. Simon Philpott. Faculty Coordinator, Gerhard Fuchs. Logan Blom. Laura Patino. Joseph Antworth. Michaela Mayer. Michaela Coyne. Eric Gajentan. Charles Connor. Tiffany Yip. Ridge Atrus. Andrew Stephen Gainey. Christian Balcom. James Totten. Jonathan Wires. Ladies and gentlemen, our final graduate in the May 2015 Engineering Commencement Ceremonies, Kelly Hallisey.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to now present to you the members of the Spring 2015 College of Engineering graduating class from the departments of Biomedical Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Civil and Coastal Engineering, Environmental Engineering Sciences, Material Science and Engineering, and Nuclear Engineering. And now we have come to the end of the year and the end of your student experience at UF in pursuit of your bachelor's degree. As you leave this phase of your life, I know you are happy to be joining the profession tonight. Believe me, we're even happier than you, and your parents are, I am sure, the happiest of all of us. There's no doubt that you are among the best and brightest. You have received at UF a truly world-class education. But remember, ability and technical excellence alone are not enough. Solving the world's most important problems will also require tremendous leadership. You must become leaders in order to change the world for the better. I'm often asked, how do I know if I'm a leader? The best way to answer that question can be found in a quote from John Quincy Adams. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Gator Engineering is known around the world for producing this kind of leader. You are now one of them. I know you will live up to the tradition and will find it to be a source of pride and inspiration. I have no doubt that throughout your life, you will find what those who have come before you have found. While it's great to be a Florida Gator, it's even better to be a Florida Gator engineer. I wish you all great success that you deserve in your new lives, and thank you for your participation in this commencement ceremony. Please stand as Laura Freydenberg leads us in singing the Alma Mater. For our guests, the words are on the back cover of your program booklet. We encourage everyone to sing. The recessional of our platform guests and our graduates will follow under the leadership and direction of the marshals and ambassadors. We ask all in our audience to please remain at your seats until everyone on the stage has recessed out of the auditorium. Because of space limitations in the lobby area, we ask you to join your graduates and any fellow family members who have watched our ceremony live in the Harn Museum outside of the Phillips Center by exiting through the lobby and the front doors. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and go Gators!
There's no other name.
Testing. Second time's a charm.